So welcome back to part 2 of the first method of finding profitable products on Amazon using the categories, subcategories method. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you more examples in a different category. For example, we're going to click on the accessories this time, and on the left hand side we're going to go down and look for a subcategory. Let's go with reflective gear. And this brings up an important point. These are listed at $88.99, and I generally like to stay above the $10 mark because usually shipping cost will eat up a lot of the profits. But because this is such a lightweight, easy to ship item, I mean, if you're shipping this directly to your customers, you can ship this item first class, and you could potentially make quite a bit of money. So those product requirements, you have to look at that more as guidelines, because there's some products that aren't going to fit exactly within that box that can make you a huge profit per day. And that's what we got to look at, not just how many units or the price point, selling price, but how much money are our competitors making per day on these existing products that we can also sell on Amazon. And let's look into this product, for example. So it's got a decent amount of reviews of 166. I can see that they have very good pictures, and all this is basically a reflective strip around an iPhone 6, or I guess it's for 5 or 5S, 5C as well, and can work with Samsung Galaxies, which is great because it appeals to more of an audience than just iPhones. So it's looks like a good product and market to sell in. And when you get down to like what color should I be selling, you just want to start out with the most basic color first, and it's a lot of work to sell all these other colors unless you know that they're going to sell well. So in the beginning, just start out with the most basic color. You can either post, if you're not sure what the most popular color is, you can post a forum like on Reddit or Facebook asking what people's favorite color for this product is, and then source that product at that color that everybody is requesting. You want to go with the most popular one to avoid just having inventory sitting around and not selling. So let's go down and look at the rank. So this is a pretty good rank. So basically 1,400 in cell phones and accessories, which is a huge category. So this is selling extremely well. We can track this product to see how much they're making per day on this item. And 166 customer reviews. It's going to be a little bit hard to just outrank them on the reviews, but we can do it if you have a deep budget or pocket, because these are probably just cents on the dollar. Basically, we can give a lot of these away for low cost or for free for reviews, so we can probably easily outrank this if we get down to it, and give away reviews, and we'll talk about this in another lecture. But let's go back for a second. One thing I like to look at is the overall review. So let's see, this one has even less reviews, and let's see if it's selling well. So it's not ranking in the main category, but it's still selling pretty well because it's ranking pretty high in these subcategories. So this isn't number 2 in sports and outdoors. It's not selling in sports and outdoors number 2. It's selling in sports and outdoors and subcategory all the way down to reflective gear. So reflective gear is the category that it's ranked number 2. So don't get that confused. If it just said number 2 in sports and outdoors, then that would be for that whole category. And we're looking for 2,500 or less in the main category, not these subcategories. So now that we found a potential product, a way that we can find out if we can easily compete is by typing in their main keyword phrase or keyword phrases, which let's see, if we can find out. Okay, so sweat proof, key holder, adjustable size, safety design. They're not even targeting the keyword reflective. Let's see what we can come up with. Reflective iPhone armband. And this would be a keyword that we'd be possibly looking at targeting. So this one has 12 reviews, 320. Let's see, 59. So this is not a whole lot of competition. We're looking for, again, less than 50 reviews, around 50 reviews to be able to compete. We could probably kind of up the number of views that we can compete with because we're getting this product super cheap, cents on the dollar probably from the manufacturer, and we could give away a lot of units for potentially for reviews in order to increase our ranking on Amazon and get more exposure out of our products. So this one has very low, it's 12. Let's see how well this is selling. Let's see, okay. So this one doesn't even have a bestsellers rank. That happens sometimes, and sometimes it's not. It's either new or not selling enough to have a bestsellers ranking. So we're not going to pay attention to that one. See, this has 91. This might be the one that we looked at earlier. Yeah, that's the same one. See, this one has 59, even less. So 2,000. So this is pretty close to 2,500. We could track this one, and it's got fairly low number of views. We could probably compete with this by giving away a number of reviews. It's not even targeting reflective iPhone armband or whatever, but another important thing is that when we're targeting these keyword phrases, that we can use Google's keyword planner tool to find out the exact number of searches to get an idea of how many people are searching this on Google and on Amazon to see if it's something that we can compete in for this keyword term. And the more long tail your keyword is what I mean by long tail is that it has several words that kind of are more specific. If it just said iPhone, for example, that's not long tail, that's targeting all iPhones. But because I said reflective iPhone armband, that's very specific on what I'm looking for. And as long as the keyword volume on searches per month is decent on Google's keyword planner tool, and also the competition on Amazon, so when we search this phrase, the competition is fairly low, which I can see that it is fairly low. There's only one that has a massive amount of reviews compared to the rest, and the rest of these are fairly low that we can compete with. Like this isn't even really doesn't even really look like an armband. It looks like a running belt. So we can compete with this term and keyword fairly easily just by looking at the products and the number of reviews that are showing up under this query for this search term. And what I like to see is, again, under 50 reviews. I see a lot of these are under 50 that are on the first page. It doesn't really matter on the second page. We need to get on the first page for our reviews. And you can also find other products. For instance, if we click on this, we can find tons and tons and tons of other products. As you can see, this is very powerful. How you can just go to customers who bought this item also bought, and you can scroll through this list and see similar products that are also selling well. For example, this flashing bright reflective safety LED armband. Again, that's probably electronics, so I'd advise y'all to stay away from that in the beginning. You have a nylon neoprene sports I-band specifically for iPhone 4 and 4S, so they're targeting that specific iPhone. You can just start scrolling through and literally you can go product to product and look at these products. Okay, wow, this is another list of new products that we can get into, different cases and accessories. Here's a waterproof case. So you can see how there's just tons and tons of potential of different products that you can find that are profitable. Another way is if you like this product that you think you can compete with, in general, you can just click on the seller and see what else they're selling to get other ideas of profitable products that we could potentially source from a supplier either overseas or in the United States or wherever you're from. And it's very easy to see, whether you compete. And sometimes you don't have to really look at the reviews. Maybe you can add on to the product, add a complementary product. There's all ways that we can differentiate. There's all kinds of ways that we can differentiate yourself from the competition. So you can see this is very powerful you have a number of ways that you can both find products and differentiate yourself from your competition when selling online. And we're going to get into this deeper later on in this course. But I'm just trying to give you the best knowledge that I can on how exactly I do this and how you can do this too, and that it's not as hard as you think. It's really easy as long as you just know how to do it step by step. So this is the first phase of finding profitable products and what I'm looking for. I'm looking at the customer reviews. I'm looking at the quality of pictures. Can I take better pictures, maybe hire a photographer or get a professional photographer done and to do these pictures, or create a better listing, target a better audience, have better feature points, or maybe talk about feature points that they don't talk about on the product. All kinds of ways that you can stand out from the competition.